Hi, guys. I hope that you are staying safe and healthy wherever you are in the world. In Toronto, we are in a second lockdown, and I hope that things get better in the coming year. The NCA actually released their new exam schedule for 2021, and it looks completely different than the type of schedules we had back in the day. And if you're someone who wants to write the exams next year, make sure to check out the new schedule. I will link it in the description box below if somebody wants to quickly check it out. Back in the day, the exams were held after every 4 months, 3 to 4 months. Um, but now, in 2021, you will be able to write NCA exams every month, but obviously the courses offered will be different every month. So from January till December, you can write NCA exams, but again, the courses are obviously different. So please do check out the new syllabus. Now, as the exams are fast approaching, somebody asked me this question that can they predict NCA exam questions? And I thought that this was a very smart question to ask. And, I thought that I should come talk about it on my channel so that, if you're watching, maybe this would be helpful to you. In my opinion, I think that you can predict the type of questions you're going to be tested on, as well as what type of questions you can expect for different topics. Now, when I say type of question, what I'm really saying is that, you can predict if you're going to get an essay question, if you're going to get a problem question, or, a mix of both. I believe if you've studied well enough, you can predict what type of questions you'll get. And the second thing is that I think that you can also predict the type of questions you will get for a specific topic. So, for instance, let's talk about foundations of Canadian law. And in foundations of Canadian law, you're expected to know about Indigenous communities, and you're also expected to read a whole bunch of different articles for that topic. Now, I think that after doing all the readings, you can expect the type of question you will get for that specific topic. And so, what I'm really saying is that once you read all the topics, you can kind of expect which topic, which topic is more important, which topic might be a little bit less important, or what are some of the questions I can be tested on for, let's just say, Indigenous communities or other topics on the syllabus. So I don't think you can obviously predict the actual question, and the NCA has sample questions on their website, but you will never ever get the same question. So you will never be able to predict the exact question, but I think that you can predict the type of question as well as what you will be tested on for a specific topic. And if you don't know how to do that, next I will be talking about how you can predict. So first of all, in order to understand the types of questions you will be tested on, the first thing to do is look at the syllabus. The syllabus will tell you the type of questions you can expect on the exam. Sometimes the syllabus will say you can expect to get essay questions. Sometimes it will say you can expect to get problem questions. Or sometimes it will say you can also expect to get short questions and answers. So make sure that you're reading the syllabus properly and highlighting where the examiner is telling you the type of questions you can expect. So it is very important for you to highlight that, make sure that you take a note of it, and practice the same types of questions that the syllabus is telling you to. So, for instance, let's talk about maybe criminal law. So, in criminal law, when you look at the past exam as well as the syllabus, it tells you that you can expect a lot of problem questions. And problem questions are questions where you're given a fact pattern, you have to identify issues, you have to apply the law, and then provide a conclusion. So again, take a look at the syllabus, highlight the parts where it says the types of questions you can expect on the exam, and make sure that you look for those types of questions when you're practicing for the exam. The second thing is, what type of question you can expect for a specific topic. Now, This can be a little bit tricky, but I'm going to try to explain it. If you think you want to use this strategy, please feel free to do so. I did it when I was preparing for my exams, and it was pretty helpful to me. Now, whenever I would study for these NCA courses, and again, I'm just going to go back to Foundations of Canadian Law and then Indigenous Communities. Let's just say that's the topic that I am studying. So if I'm studying that topic, the first thing I'll do is I will go to the NCA website and I will look at their sample exam. Now I will take a look at that and see where is there a question on Indigenous communities. If there is, then I'm going to read that question and see what is it that the question is trying to ask me and which area of this topic seems to be important. So first I'll do that. I'll go back to the NCA website, take a look at their exam and see if there's any information that I could gather from there. The second thing is that I think I've mentioned this in my previous videos. UBC, University of British Columbia, their law school library has passed exams, and you can look for them. You can practice as much as you like. So I would go there and I would look for different exams and see the types of questions there are for, let's just say, Indigenous communities, and see a pattern. What is it that they're testing me on for Indigenous communities? So I would do that and try to get an understanding of how will this topic be tested and what is it that you need to pay close attention to. So these are some of the things that I would do. Again, this would not give you a short answer as to what exactly you're going to get on exam, but these are some techniques to understand the topics from an exam writing perspective, as opposed to just reading them blindly. And the last thing is that sometimes when the syllabus is changed, for instance, for Foundations of Canadian Law and Criminal Law, the syllabus has been updated. So the new cases or the new articles that have been added, I would pay a little bit more attention to the new articles and see if there's something in those articles that I can be tested on. That's just my opinion. Maybe they're not going to test you on that, but if I was preparing for the exam right now, I would actually pay, 10% or 20% more attention to the new articles that have been added. This was helpful. To sum it up, I said that I think you can predict the type of questions you can expect on the exam. And in order to do so, you should always look at the syllabus, highlight where it says these are the questions you can get on the exam, and always practice those types of questions. Second, I mentioned that you can also predict what type of questions you can get for a specific topic. And the way you can do that is when you're reading that specific topic, go back to the NCA sample exam, take a look at the exam and see if there's any question for that specific topic. Once you do that, go to the UBC library, take a look at their past exams and try to find questions for that specific topic and see how those questions are framed. And lastly, always remember to pay close attention to the stuff that has been added. If you are looking to practice sample questions and answers, feel free to check out Law Study Kit. I've drafted some questions and answers myself. If you need additional help, feel free to check it out. I will link it down below. Good luck on your exam. For my next video, I want to talk about time management tips for the NCA exam. Watching, I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you soon.